Okay. Probably stream should start now. I can see that connection is good. Okay. Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please write your pluses in chat on YouTube. Hello, hello. Nice to see you here. Nice to see so many people in live mode today. Okay, cool. Thank you for your reaction. Yeah, just in case you may see some latency because I honestly set ultra low latency for this stream, but still you may see that my stream is a bit outdated. Okay, cool. I'm really glad to see you here on this introductory stream of Rolling Scope School Node.js course. So we ensure that there is everything fine with connection, with visual, with sound. So today, just as always, I want to tell you about Rolling Scopes at school and it's not JS course. Let's start. But first, once again, just as always, if some of you knows me well, I'm glad that you are here, but for other people, let me introduce myself. My name is Maxim Shilov. I work in EPAM on senior software engineer position, and you may know me from participation in various activities of RS School, mostly because since 2020 I am Node.js course coordinator. Also, I'm one of the core developers of RSApp, co-organizer and contributor of JS Dev Day. I mean, its international version, and also I take part in RS School AWS Club activities. Let's firstly talk about what Rolling Scopes is and about our school. So, what is Rolling Scopes? Rolling Scopes it's international community of developers, which we started in 2013. And for these more than 10 years in our community, we are mostly talking about software engineering, mostly about JavaScript, front-end and mobile development, and also we have a lot of meetings and talks about AWS now. For example, we have this amazing stream series about hacking. And also we teach how to become full stack developers. We started our community in Minsk, Belarus with offline events, and today we have our regular events in more than 11 countries. And when we just started, we didn't have any specific, let's say, mission. We just want to connect with our friends, connect with other engineers. So we invite people from different companies to Minsk to have regular events like meetups, workshops, hackathons, etc. And just code and have fun together. And at a school, it's a place when you can find new friends, meet with other people, and most important, learn together. So over these 10 years, we had over 100 meetups. I'm not sure about exact numbers for now because, to be honest, many meetups happen regularly, so I don't have precise counter for now, but rest assured, amount is high. And as I mentioned, it happens in more than 11 countries, in different cities. New locations are always connected, so we are growing and it's really cool. And they were in various formats. As I mentioned, it was hackathons, it was meetups, it was some other activity formats, so they are various and different. And during this time, we attended several conferences, for example, in Madrid and Paris, which inspired us to organize our own conferences. At least 9 of them took place, and as I mentioned, probably more. Exact number should be more as for now. But the largest one was the first one in Minsk in 2019, where we gathered about 1,500 people for 3 days. And now let's talk about biggest project of our community, namely RS School. RS School is free of charge community courses conducted by members of our community, mainly by Rolling Scope School developers. Rolling Scope School is not a physical school. Yeah, we doesn't have any physical site, any building. We don't own any premises. We have just people around the world who can join online, and these people united by several in traditions which we have in our school. And I will share all of them with you later. But what other stuff we have in common? We mostly use Discord as a main communication channel, and since a lot of our contributors from different companies and countries, we choose GitHub as the main platform where we keep all our education programs, education materials, tasks, open source code, etc. And with all these people, we develop together our platform, which we use to run our courses. I'm talking about RS app. You will use it as well. Also, we maintain several YouTube channels. You are now on one of them, School in English. And the YouTube channels, we store our lectures, webinars, live codings, Q&A sessions, recordings of some meetups, and so on. So please subscribe to our channels and join us. All stuff that happens online is recorded, and you will be able to see a recording of this live stream later as well, if time is not suitable for you, for example. If we are talking about principles of our school, the first one is the most important, and it is teach it forward. According to this principle, all our students study at school for free. Yeah, we don't have any contracts, we don't ask you for any money or other values, don't worry. It's all free. But then we ask, we do not request, we just kindly ask. If you study in a school, if you succeed, so please please return back to school as a mentor, or maybe as a speaker or teacher, contributor, any activity you can help, and help us to study new generation of students. Another important principle is that we believe, and we truly believe, and we support open source philosophy. It's really important for our community to keep everything in open source, as I mentioned, mostly on GitHub. And if we are talking about media content, it's in YouTube. In order to provide ways to effectively collaborate, for example, you can fork some education program and reuse it the way you want, and you can collaborate and use these tools the way how our contributors want to do that. It's really amazing, all those open source platform, and therefore we are using it in our school. And our learning platform, RSApp, is also open source tool. And if you are front-end or back-end developer with Node.js, you can join our community and contribute to open source. It's nice thing for your portfolio and for getting pluses in karma, obviously. Okay, let's also talk about how people involve in our school. Majority of people start as the student. They join some course, they complete tasks, and so on. Our courses are quite long. Most of them last from 2 or 3 months to 6 or even 7 months. And during this time, we push students to collaborate, to help each other, and people who actively help others, we promote them to a new role. We call it RS activist. And this is like this. This activist is the core of our community. It's people who help us to prepare new tasks, who work on supporting other, not work, okay, okay, we are not talking about official work here, nothing like that, who volunteer to support other students, who manage to fix a lot of issues related to education products, process, highlight some gaps, and so on. And basically, these people who later became our greatest contributors, trainers, speakers, they are mostly RS activists in past. And then like around 10 or 15% of our people graduate from the course successfully with a certificate. And then, as I mentioned, because of our principle, teach it forward, we invite them to help us to teach new wave of students. This is how our school works. This is how we can manage to conduct this education for more than 10 years. And as I mentioned, we mostly focusing on web development, on JavaScript and TypeScript stack, on React. But a few years ago, uh, we introduced new courses on AWS. And if we'll find more contributors, we maybe manage to provide even more courses on AWS. Our AWS courses portfolio is always expanding. For example, now we have courses for cloud practitioner, certified developer, even for DevOps, and maybe more will come when we will be ready. Okay, I have this slide. To be honest, I don't have a recent statistic, my bad guys, but this can give you a brief understanding about numbers, because I think from 2022 numbers only grown. So in 2022 we had students from 11 countries. Over 600 people were involved in our education process as mentors and contributors, and more than 3,000 of graduates from our courses. And just as always, thanks again for all of them for their volunteering, their support, their dedication. We are really proud about you guys. And as I mentioned, we are focusing on AWS Club now. It's part of our community where we, together with Amazon employees, with Amazon architects, dev advocates, learn about AWS, new services, and best practices. Also, we create and start building local user groups. I mean AWS user groups, for example, user group in Tashkent or Astana, Almaty, Gdansk, and so on. So maybe if you don't have your own user group in your city, you can join us. You can join our community or join our collaboration with Amazon and start this group. It's quite beneficial because Amazon provides support for community builders. For example, I don't know, some benefits like $500 for your Amazon account in form of certificate. If you use AWS, you know it's quite usual. You can do some cool stuff with it. And as I mentioned, we created online courses to prepare students for AWS certification, AWS fundamentals, and AWS cloud development developer course. About DevOps, I'm not sure is it really about just DevOps or certification, but I'm not surprised if we will have a course about certification in our portfolio as well. So, main question. I'm pretty sure you are curious. How to join our courses or AWS Club? How do you think? I will take a look. I will take a look at the chat. Okay, wow. So many messages, but nobody is answering my question. Okay. I hope that at least you can see and hear me. Yes, yes, Avadom, correctly. Discord, and registering in RSApp. You will have all the links in the end of this stream. Don't worry. Okay, so we have a website, rs.school, where you can find information about our courses. And as you guessed, and you guessed pretty well, it's nice that you heard me with attention. We have Discord of AWS Club and Discord of the course. You can see links on your screen. And by joining using these links, you will be able to join our dedicated Discord servers. Okay, we are here because of REST School Node.js course. So it was just a general introduction, but let's move close to the case and talk about our course. That's why we are here. What REST School provides for you to learn on this course? We offer course program, course tasks. We offer cross-check. I will talk about this later. We offer online streams, Q&A sessions, on demand. We keep learning program up to date. Yeah, I recently updated learning program to use latest version of Node.js. I mean, latest long-term support version, for example. We always fix some issues, we improve tasks and acceptance criteria for completion of them. So we do this all this maintenance for you. And also we drive learning process and support communication channels for you. For example, Discord server. Education at a school, and Node.js course is not exception, is very practice oriented, and we follow 70-20-10 learning model. What it means? It means only about 10% of knowledge is given to you in, let's say, solid form, like learning materials, articles, streams, etc. 20% of knowledge is related to interaction with community. I strongly advise you to collaborate with other students, ask your questions, search for good learning materials and share it with your folks on the course. And biggest part, about 17% of learning, or maybe, I'm sorry, maybe about 18% of learning is self-study with really a lot of practice and hands-on experience. So what about communication? Now I will share with you important information. So as I mentioned, our primary communication channel is Discord. So all communication, all announcements, all changes in assignment, course program, schedule, everything can be found on Discord. So please join using the link on your screen. I will share it with you additionally, don't worry. Also, I strongly advise you to read frequently asked questions channel. You can see it here. It will have this question circle mark. And also, you will be able to find a lot of useful information there. And main question, how to join the course? There are two key points in order to study on the course. First of all, you must be registered for the course in RS app. You can find a link for registration under this stream in YouTube in the description of the video. And also you can see registration link on the screen. It's about Node.js course 2025 quarter 2. And please be sure to join the chat in Discord, because as I mentioned previously, all the communication is here. So if I'm going to announce something about you need to know, you will see it there. So this is your primary source of information. What next? What do we study in the course? In this course, we study topics necessary for mastering the basics of backend development using Node.js. We don't have some important topics like cloud development and artificial intelligence. They are also very important for Node.js developer, but unfortunately, if we include everything in one course, it will last like about 8 months or even 1 year. So in this course, we focus on just backend development and Node.js. We have separated courses for AWS. So first of all, we learn Node.js fundamentals and core Node.js APIs. I mean pure Node.js without any frameworks, libraries, and so on. You have to know basics. Also, we learn approaches for testing of Node.js applications and writing different level of tests using Node.js. Also, you will learn how to build a REST service and use GraphQL. Also, you will learn databases basics, specifically SQL basics, and how to connect Postgres to your application. We will learn containerization basics with using Docker containers, some approaches for login and error handling in Node.js application, and also very popular and from my point of view, best available backend framework, Nest.js. Let's walk through the topics. During the learning of basics of Node.js, we cover the following. We learn how to install Node.js, how to manage its versions. Spoiler, you will use NVM. It's very cool and convenient tool for this. Also, you will learn how to work with commonly used APIs, such as file system, streams, modules, timers, command line interface, stuff for horizontal scaling like child processes, cluster, worker threads, operation system module, zlib, crypto. Because if you are familiar with Node.js a little bit, you know that Node.js has very rich API. It has a lot of modules, but we selected some of them that you must know very well, and we will learn it during the course. Also, we will learn how event loop works in Node.js, blocking versus non-blocking input-output, and also we have 2 practical tasks. Remember, a lot of hands-on experience for this topic. In the first one, you study APIs in isolation, you try them one by one, and in the second one, you apply your previously acquired knowledge to create a CLI Node.js application called File Manager. You will put all the things together there. We learn network communication topics, where we study basics of network communication, how to build a web server using Node.js API. Specifically, we will use HTTP module, of course. We do not dive too deep into sockets and net module, not at such a low level, but we will be building HTTP server. Also, you will learn how to test REST APIs. You will learn WebSockets, you will learn GraphQL, and also we have 3 tasks for this topic. In first one, you build HTTP API using pure Node.js. In the second task, you work with WebSockets on the server side using Sockets.io with already implemented front end, and it will be really beautiful front end, I can promise you. And in the third task, learn GraphQL and its differences from REST. In scope of studying Nest.js, we learn how it works, some, Nest.js 101, some basics, and also how to build Nest.js REST API, how to containerize Nest.js application using Docker, login and error handling approaches that I mentioned previously, and how it works in Nest.js application, some SQL basics and how to connect Postgres database, and how to implement your custom authentication and authorization using JWT tokens. There is also a big practical assignment for this topic, home library service, which consists of 3 parts. And these parts are built on top of each other because it differs from first half of the course. In first half, we have separated assignments. So, course is divided into 2 halves. And as I mentioned, in the first one, tasks are independent of each other and can be done separately. And in the second half, we built Node.js REST service with gradual improvement. First of all, we built a skeleton of our service, some basic version with in-memory database. Then we connect real database to it, apply other improvements, such we implement authentication and authorization. We try to containerize our application. We try to implement some custom error handling and login approaches, etc. So this is basically the structure of our course. Okay, some useful links that you can find on the screen include links to repository with the course program, to the repository with practical tasks of the course, and also to this YouTube channel where you can find videos with tasks issuances and solutions review. So as you can see, it's YouTube and GitHub. I didn't lie to you. We share everything there. Okay. Let's briefly discuss key aspects of the learning process. Main tasks are issued in weekly frames. It usually takes 1 or 2 weeks. And how tasks timeline looks like. It starts on Tuesdays, and deadline for submission of your solution is Monday evening. So it starts on Tuesday, and next Monday is usually deadline for submission of solution of your task. And after submission deadline, after Monday, cross-check begins, and cross-check lasts until Sunday evening. So you have these two important events. First of all, you need to submit your own solution to cross-check, and as a cross-checker, you need to check other students' work. I will talk about it a bit later in more details, but as for now, this is what you need to remember. Also, approximate time that you need to spend on training is about 20 hours per week. Perhaps personally, you may need more time or less time. It really depends on how fast you learn, on your background, on your knowledge, on your experience. But let's say average is about 20 hours. This course is, I believe, it's not very hard, but we made this course not very easy for you, especially if you are novice in Node.js. So I think reserving about 20 hours per week for this course will be good for you. And we have situations where we can expel you from the course. We have several rules, and you can be expelled if you break them. First of all is cheating. What do we mean by cheating? Most oftenly, we are talking about copying someone else's code. Because, okay, all of you use GitHub repositories, you will use it for submission of your solutions. And, okay, probably you may find some ready-made solutions of your task in GitHub if you will search thoroughly. But we know about this as well, and we periodically check for stolen code and expels those who cheated. So we have some kind of automatic checks for that, and yeah, you can check moderation channel and see that we regularly expel people on this basis. So my strong advice and very kind ask to you, please try to solve tasks by yourself. Expel may happen at any moment of the course. For example, we can expel you at the end of the course for cheating on first task. It really doesn't worth it, and I think you came here to acquire new knowledge, to have some hands-on experience. So if you cannot complete tasks perfectly, it's not a problem. The main is not end of the way, the main is the way itself. Okay, it's about learning, so do not cheat, please. I warned you. Second rule is inappropriate behavior. So we have a code of conduct, some set of rules that helps us to build a friendly community, friendly and safe community for everyone. So examples of inappropriate behavior is harassment, discrimination, adult content, and so on. In code of conduct, you can see what we deem unacceptable. So please remain polite and friendly and help us to maintain this cool atmosphere of collaborated learning. And also, one more reason for being expelled from the course, it's a long lack of activity. For example, you didn't submitted some tasks in a row, maybe 3 or 4. So if you, in case you were expelled under this reason, I don't know, maybe you had sick leave, maybe you had some personal reasons, and then you want to continue study, we can restore you on the course if you wish. This is just for keeping course stats up to date, because we want to know how many students are active at the moment. So if you expelled under this reason, don't worry, you can be easily restored. Okay. As I said earlier, we use RS app for driving learning process. And the most useful pages for you are students dashboard, score page, schedule, and 2 cross-check pages, cross-check submit and cross-check review. Student dashboard. As name indicates, students dashboard page contains a summary or overview of your progress in the course. Your position, your score, your task statistic, widget with available tasks, some cool fancy graphics about it. So this is your all-in-one place where you can track your situation on the course. Next important thing is score page. On score page, you can see a list of students ranked by their rating, their overall score for all tasks, tests, and any other activities, and also with individual assignment scores. Yeah, you can see that, for example, student AV Shell received 206 points for Node.js basics, 230 points for file manager, etc. And overall score is this one, and it was top 1 students. So you can find yourself easily in this score table to know where you are in among other students. Also, please remember, the score is updated once a day. Yeah, you can see this reminder about it. So do not expect changes in your score to immediately propagate there. Please wait for the next day. The name of the schedule page speaks for itself. This is course schedule, of course. And there you can find deadlines for course tasks, for tests, there you can find information about some course events. They are split into categories depending on timeline and status. You can look for all schedule elements. You can see what is currently available for you. You can see what tasks need to be reviewed, what is upcoming, what you missed because you didn't submit solution, for example, and deadline is already passed, what you successfully done, and what is not relevant anymore. Okay, that's all about most important pages. Let's talk about cross-check, because if you didn't study at RS school previously, you may be curious what it is and how it goes. So there are no personal mentors in the Node.js course who would check students' assignments and grade them. For example, if you previously studied on front-end course, there we have or maybe on Angular course, there we have personal mentors who check your progress individually. Unfortunately, on Node.js course, we don't have them, and we still have the necessity of check your tasks and grading them. How do we do that? The students of the course check each other's work. Each student checks the work of 3 or 4 other students, and accordingly, 3 or 4 other students check your work. So, task is graded as an average. And cross-check consists of 2 parts. First of all, cross-check submit. You send your solution for review. This is what I mentioned when I was talking about first deadline. You have first deadline for submission of your solution. And second one is cross-check review. You review the solutions of the other student. Very important. In order to get score for the task, if you want to be graded, you must submit your work for review on time before submission deadline, and also you must check the work of other students, all of them. If you don't do any of this, you won't get a score for assignment. Score will be 0, unfortunately. So please submit your solution on time, and don't forget to check work of other students assigned to you. How do you check the work of the students? Because you may ask me, Maxim, we are not experienced in Node.js. How do we check solution of other students? Very simple. We have detailed cross-check instructions for you, so you will know where to look at. You do not need to check other students' code, because all criteria in cross-check are functional, so you can just do some actions to check how it works. And you will have this detailed explanation how to grade work of other students. So by the way, when you implement solution of your task, I strongly advise you to take a look at the solution as well, because at cross-check criteria as well, because you will know what you can be scored for. Okay, that's all about cross-check. And important notice: all students study together in one program, and we also have time-dependent and collaborative workflow for checking assignment. So therefore, unfortunately, we cannot individually change deadlines for submit and review. Sorry, guys, we would be really glad, and we fully understand that there can be some important personal reasons. You may want to have your vacations, you may want to have your sick leave. Sorry, not want, you may unfortunately have sick leave, but because of these strict deadlines on submissions, on submission and review of the task, because of the cross-check process, we do not have such capability. So, therefore, please try to do everything on time. Please do not leave it to the last moment, especially such things as submission of solution. You can submit, for example, not ready pull request and fill it with commits later. But the most important part is to submit something. And if you are not able to do stuff on time, don't worry. You can learn course program at your own pace. Maybe you will have a slightly lower grade for the task. Maybe you will not be able to complete it on time. It's okay. It's not formal education where you will not get your diploma and won't be able to have a job of your dream. Maybe you will just finish course a bit later. The main part and most important one, it's about knowledges and skills you acquire. So that's basically all about the process. Your first task is Node.js basics, and let's discuss it a little bit. This is an assignment that will allow you to learn commonly used Node.js APIs. On the screen, you see links to the program modules you need and the practical task. Let's take a look a little bit. So this is the assignment repository, and you have list of assignments here, and also you have link to the course program. And the first one is Node.js basics. You need to fork template repository with your tasks. So you have some files that are created for you. You don't need to change them. You only should write your code in appropriate places. So what is important to know? In this task, any external tools and libraries usages are prohibited. So please use pure Node.js and JavaScript. In this course, we use 22 version of Node.js. You should use 22.14.0 version or upper one. Also, please don't change signature of pre-written function. What it means that, okay, you have this spawn child process function with it's async. It's not exported, it's not imported anywhere, so just please leave it as is. Yeah, it's defined here, it's called here. Only write your code where it's explicitly mentioned, because in other otherwise you may break cross-check process. Okay, so also please take a look at the learning materials in course program. You have some here. For this week, you have some theory modules about Node.js installation and Node.js basics. If you will take a look at them, you will know why asynchronous API is better than synchronous API for Node.js. As of for now, just trust me, prefer asynchronous API whenever possible. So you have some subtasks about file system API of Node.js, about command line interface, about differences between CommonJS and ECMAScript modules, about how to use crypto API, how to work with streams in Node.js. Maybe if you are familiar with other programming languages and general computer science concepts, you already know what are streams about. But anyway, you will get familiar with how it works in Node.js. Also, you will learn how to compress and decompress file using native Node.js API, and also some stuff about worker threads and child processes. You will learn how to use it for scaling of your application. And that's basically all from my side. So thank you for joining the course. Please join Discord and ask your questions there. If you have some, I will be able to answer your questions there. I remind you that links for joining Discord and link to join RSAP is in video description right under this video. Please check it. Also, if you do not have GitHub account, you will need to have one in order to register in RSAP. So that's all from me. I was very glad to see you here. So good luck to you. Stay strong, and wish you the best in learning Node.js and backend development basics. Have a nice evening, and bye bye. See you later.